Hey guys, this is the weekly overview for December 12th. We are a little over halfway through this block. So we are going to start getting into a little bit more testing as we take a couple weeks around the holidays to kind of regroup before pushing again, starting in January, getting ready for the CrossFit Open. So starting out today, we are going to be retesting a max set of that gymnastic press, whatever you did that week one. If you did advance your skill and you want to test that, that's totally fine. Today, you don't necessarily have to retest the same movement, but we are going to go a max set for the first set. Then you're going to do 66% of that set the next set. And then lastly, you're going to do another max set. Now, if you're someone who's only doing a few reps and you want to do some cluster sets today, that's totally fine. Just keep that in mind. You're just kind of pushing some volume. But definitely still get a first set in and really push the max set so you get that max number, and then do cluster sets for set 2 and 3. Next, after that, we have a 12-minute AMRAP, 4 ring dips, 8 toes to bar, and 12 wall balls. Really want you guys to just take this nice and steady. If you're going really hard, this could take 90 seconds, to 2 minutes around. So, we're looking anywhere from 6 to 8 rounds here on this workout. But focus on your range of motion on your ring dips. If you're between ring dips and matador dips, I would suggest potentially doing a ring push-up if you've not yet done those, just to get used to the rings. Tuesday, 12 minutes to establish a 1 rep max. We will let you warm up to 70% before starting, but if you warm up a little bit further than 70%, more power to you. You get a little more rest and you get to kind of challenge yourself there a little bit more with that 1 rep max. We will have a little pre-fatigue from those wall balls the day before, so depending on how hard you went the day before, just kind of understand that you may be feeling a little sore today, so a true 1 rep max might not be doable, but we do want to go heavy today and just see where everybody's at. Again, protect your elbows, keeping the elbows high and away from the knees. If you have to fail, right, we're bringing the elbows in and we're dropping that bar in front of us. After that 12-minute EMOM, we're going to pair this up with some deadlift work. We've kind of taken a little break from it, but I want you guys to kind of think about these cluster sets. It should be a good quality range of motion, right? We have 1, 1, 1, so you're going to do 5 seconds rest between those, 70 to 75% today. If you're feeling a little beat up, go a little lighter, okay? If you have trouble keeping the back set, or deadlifts kind of give you trouble, consider doing a trap bar deadlift or even a sumo deadlift today. Then we have 6 per side, a single leg dumbbell split squats. The dumbbells can be down to the sides. Again, just staying in that split stance and then just going down and up, 6 on one side, 6 on the other. And then we're going to finish that with 30 seconds of hollow rocks, okay? So just staying nice and tight, keeping the back nice and flat, and just getting in that hollow position, kind of counteracting what we've been doing today, doing a little antagonist stuff with the core. So focusing on really just maintaining that hollow position is really how we're going to build strength in that over the long term to improve your gymnastics. Wednesday, a little bit longer mover here, 2K bike, 40 alternating dumbbell power snatches, and then 20 burpee box jumps. Okay, this is kind of getting us prepared for the kind of more of a workload that we could see in the open in a few months. Just take this, guys, as a good steady mover. Anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes is what we're looking for here. Okay, so depending on how you're feeling, you can kind of push this a little bit harder. I would suggest trying to hold and maintain a good steady pace on that 2K bike. That's going to take anywhere from 3.5 to 5 minutes, okay, and 5 on like the longer end today. And that's per round, so just kind of keep that in mind. On those alternating dumbbell power snatches, good range of motion at the top, keep the back flat and set. If your back is a little beat up from today, maybe take this from the hang instead of going all the way to the ground, and that's totally fine today. Just getting some good movement in, and then rolling into that larger chunk of burpee box jumps, okay? So we're just going to stand tall at the top, hop back off. If you have any kind of ankle or calf issues, just step down and just stay nice and steady, totally fine there. After that, our accessory is, again, a little bit more testing type stuff where we're looking at a max ring support hold or on the matador. Then you have that false grip ring rows for a max set. Again, looking at that tempo of pausing at the chest for 2 seconds and then down for 3 seconds, and then a max pike hold. Okay, so again, just trying to push that as best we can on that pike hold, trying to get your hands as far forward as you can, really challenging that position, but depending on your flexibility and range of motion, your hamstrings, that can be a little bit limiting, but just rest as needed, move through that nice and easy. 2 to 3 minutes between each exercise is what we're going to be looking for. Okay, Thursday, steady mover today, guys, with some work rest. Now, when you see AMRAP, I know that's kind of deceiving and you're trying to go hard, but, we're going to bike, sled, ski, row, 30 seconds in between those, but you really want to hold a consistent pace throughout. If you're really bad at pacing, start out a little slower. You can always get a little faster, but what we don't want to see is round one, you're blasting it out, and then you're falling off afterwards. Then we have 3 rounds. We have that side plank per side. If 30 seconds isn't very challenging to you, up the time, 45 seconds, 60 seconds per side, and then we have those banded rows. Again, big stretch here, letting the shoulders come forward, and then we're going to row, big chest, kind of pulling the shoulders all the way back, and pick a band that you can move for 20 to 25 reps per set. Friday, we're going to be doing some wave loading on the push press, not necessarily chasing a 1 rep max today, okay, but we're going to go 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1 wave loading, so that means you're going to go 3, a little bit heavier for 2, a little bit heavier for 1. You're going to go back to 3, and your 3 should just be a little bit heavier than your first set of 3, okay? So we're not every set should be heavier. You should get heavy and then come back down, and then you're going to get heavy again. Okay, then we have a power clean and dumbbell bench press, ascending and descending ladders. Okay, looking at this, guys, that power clean weight is a weight that maybe you can touch and go for the first 4 to 5, maybe 6 reps. And then you're going to have to go to maybe some singles or smaller sets. But when we look at this, 8 minutes on the long end, probably like 4 to 5 minutes on the fast end, maybe a little bit faster if you guys can really move those power cleans consistently. And then on the dumbbell bench press, if you can do that first set of 10 unbroken, you should be able to remain unbroken for this entire workout. Transition times is where everything's going to kind of differ person to person, but just think about getting some good quality reps in on the cleans. If you have to go to singles, or getting set up at the top, where you're reaching down, grabbing the bar, boom, pop, and then drop the bar, and then just stay at the bar though. Try not to walk away from it, and you should be able to move pretty consistently. That 155, again, I would say that like if you were totally fresh, you could it would be hard, but you could do potentially 10 unbroken. But that would be a little bit on the heavier side if you're always using, 115, then today you're going to use 135. If you're always using, 95 today, maybe you're going 105 or 115. So just you're going 105. So just think about like if you're normally using a weight, you are going to try to go a little bit heavier. It is 55 reps of each of those movements. Saturday, we have a modified team TK, okay, 20-minute AMRAP, 8 strict pull-ups, 8 box jumps, tall box today, and then 12 kettlebell swings. When looking at this, guys, we are just going to go follow the leader. This should just be a nice steady mover, 8 pull-ups for the first person, then 8 for the second. That doesn't have to be, that should be maybe 2 sets max there for that. And you're just going to take your time, let your, watch your partner move steady. They do the pull-ups, you do the pull-ups, you do the box jumps, and just move through that nice and consistently, guys. And it should be a good week. Okay, guys, so we're going to be moving into we're going to do some heavy deadlifts the next week, so just kind of take your time this weekend to recover, do the right things. And if you guys have any questions, as always, let us know. And if not, we'll see you in the gym.